What is going on, guys? And today we're back with another God build guide for Cabrakan support. This is the end of Season 4, of course, as you can tell from the title. So this is right before HRX and all of that. This is Cabrakan support. I already did a solo Cabrakan and jungle Cabrakan. If you want to check out those videos, they'll be on my channel. But this is for Cabrakan support. Here are his abilities, as always. If you don't know about Cabrakan, you want to go ahead and read them. We're going to jump into the actual building. For starter items, since you are support, you're going to be getting Watcher's Gift, Bumba's Mask combination, just kind of the staple for supports right now. Now, for shoes, you could really go with anything. You could get away with Pen Boots because Cabrakan is an aggressive support. I wouldn't recommend Shoes of Focus. Reinforced Shoes if that's still your thing, but I would just recommend Traveler Shoes. This is for a Conquest build, obviously, for the Watcher, or a Conquest start, I should say, for Watcher's Gift and Boba's. So Traveler Shoes is always really good. Your first item, other than shoes and starter items you're going to want to be getting, is Jade Emperor's Crown. Yes. If you watch Smite at all, you know that this is almost a staple for supports right now. And in fact, if you watch the SPL, I'll be willing to bet that out of every single game, 85% of the supports will be building Jade Emperor's Crown. So you can take it that 20 power, 50 protection, 100 health, and it gives you, or also gives enemy gods within 55 units reduction of their physical power. So really good item for supports. After that, you're going to want to be getting its counterpart, which is Voidstone. Voidstone is basically the magical version of Jade Emperor's Crown. They both give you health, they both give you some power, and they both give you protection. Now, Voidstone just gives you magical protection instead. Gives you a little more health, however. And enemy gods within 55 units have their magical protection reduced by 20 instead of their physical protection, like Jade Emperor's Crown. Final 3 items to wrap it up. This one has kind of fallen out of the meta since Season 3, but it's still used and it's still being gotten in casuals and ranked and even competitive. So, Gauntlet of Thebes. It gives you 300 health. Gives you health per 5, so that health regen will be really nice, especially at this stage in Conquest that you'll be at by the time you get this. And allied gods within 70 units have their magical and physical protections increased by 15. So it is a support item. Gives you health, increases your health regen, and it helps out your teammates. So you really can't go wrong with it. Now, obviously, at some point, you're going to be selling both Watcher's Gift and Bumba's Mask. And to wrap it up, the 2 items you're going to be getting. First one is Hide of the Nemean Lion. This kind of has some resurgence as of late. This was always built in Ranked Duel. It seems to be a really popular item, but you're seeing it picked up a lot more on supports now. It gives you 80 protection, physical protection I should say, 200 mana, and 20 mana per 5. So this is really good for Cabrakan. Right now, the only physical protection you have is Jade Emperor's Crown, and at this stage in the game, Hunters are going to be hurting a lot. So not only will you get that physical protection to stop the Hunters from hurting, you'll be getting mana and mana per 5, which works wonders with Cabrakan because of his tremors and stuff like that. But the passive, it reflects 25% of basic attack damage to the attacker as physical damage. So if you're playing a full attack speed, I don't know, Cupid, and they just want to just boom, 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 every time they hit you, they're going to be taking some damage back. And you're a tank, they're not, so they can't take a lot of damage. Now keep in mind, if you're playing a team comp that has like Cabrakan, Soul, and Medusa, a Cabrakan and Soul lane, a Soul in mid lane, and a Medusa in ADC, that's 3 attacks, well, Cabrakan kind of, but 3 generally attack speed gods. Hide of the Nemean Lion would be perfect for that. So this is just a really good item for supports in general, works wonders in certain team comps, and it's just in the meta. You really can't go wrong with it. Last item that's also super in the meta right now is Shoguns Kesari. This is only 2,200 gold. It's super cheap for what it does. It gives you 40 magical protection, 20 mana per 5, 10% CDR, and 20% crowd control reduction. So you get protections, you get mana, you get cooldown, you get crowd control. And it's also an aura item. Allied gods within 70 units have their attack speed increased by 25%. So you can basically tell your hunter, hey, go sell an attack speed item and get some defense or get power if you're falling behind. I'll just get Shoguns Kesari and give you some attack speed. It's an amazing item. Relics. First item, more than likely, is going to be Shell. That's kind of a staple for supports right now. You could also get away with some Heavenly Wings, but more than likely you're going to want to be getting Shell. Second item, you could get a Heavenly Wings, you could get a Frenzy, Pop Shell and Frenzy together, Horrific Emblem, Cursed Ankh, anything like that. That is going to wrap it up, guys. If you enjoyed it, be sure to drop a like and hit subscribe for more content like this, and let me know how this build worked for you, and until next time, peace.